Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jefferson, and I am a Salesforce consultant for Solved. And today I want to look a little bit into why flows, right? And this is more of a basic topic for all admin that are looking to level up their game. So flows are the best way to automate business processes using clicks, not code. So before we dive in, we have to talk a little bit about the transition that's happening in the Salesforce ecosystem. So for years, Salesforce admins relied on workflow rules and process builders to get things done. And while these were great tools for simple tasks, they had limits. They were slow, they couldn't delete records, and you couldn't really talk to the user. So Salesforce has officially retired those tools in favor of flows. And why, you might ask? Because flows are the most powerful tool an admin has. They give you developer powers without really requiring you to write a single line of code. So you could think of it this way. Workflow rules were kind of like a light switch that could be turned on and off. A process builder was more like a simple flow chart, but flows are like a complete operating system. They can handle complex logic, loops, and most importantly for today, screens that let you interact directly with your users. So learning flow isn't just a nice to have anymore. It's the standard for the modern Salesforce admin. So today we're going to get into the basics, and we're going to build a tool that handles new contact data smartly. So we're going to take a look at an existing flow. So here you have a lot of your basic elements. And we're going to start with the screen. So the screen first you have the start. And in the screen flow, you don't have any kind of triggers because screen flows are started by elements that are found in your actual Salesforce environment in the UI. But in different types of flows, here's where you would find different triggers that start your flow based off of certain criteria. So moving into the contact info screen, this is our screen element, and this is our user interface. So if we click into this, we can see a couple of components that I've inserted from these fields on the left side. We have our name and account. And we also have this toggle switch. So this is a super rudimentary system to collect a little bit of information from our user that's using it. So they'll be able to put in their name and more specifically select their account type. And so this will be a main part of what this flow specifically is doing. But based off of the fields that you select here on the left, you can collect information from your user. And then our next step is this get records box. So whenever a flow needs to do some research, we use the get records element. This basically tells Salesforce, hey, go into our virtual filing cabinet and look for any contact, in this case, whose name matches what the user just typed. So this is a core flow concept. Get records is how the flow asks a question to your Salesforce database. So when you look specifically into this find a match component, it's looking for a field or a record where the first name is equal to the first name that was input on this contact info screen and where the last name also matches. So it's going to pull a record potentially that is going to match. And so our next component is the decision. So we need a fork in the road. And we're gonna create two paths that are based off of this find a match. So it's gonna decide, do we update a record, an existing record, or do we create a new record? So if you look over here into the search criteria, it's going to have this question. In the contact info, there was the toggle switch, and that switch says if this contact already exists, update the existing record. And so it's going to make sure that that value is true, that the user wants to update the record. And then second, it's going to see if it was able to find a contact from the find a match get records component. And so if it is not null, it is going to go down this update existing branch. So this right here is one of the super powerful parts of the flow builder. You're able to have various branches based off of the different criteria that you set. So in this case, we just have an update existing, and then this create new is kind of a catch-all. And so if it doesn't decide to update, it will always just create new. So then going into this next element is the set contact ID assignment. This part often trips up beginners, but this is super important. So we have to remember that in the information that we collected from our user in our screen, we got their name and the account type, but it doesn't have an ID. So to update an existing record, for example, with a new account type, Salesforce must have that unique record ID. So we assign the ID from our search result to our record variable. So now the flow will know exactly which specific person in the database it needs to target. So as you can see right here, it assigns this contact ID variable that's inside our flow variable equal to the contact ID that we found from our find a match component. And once it has that contact ID, we're able to go to this update contact component, and we're able to use that ID that we just pulled to update the existing record. And so this is a super basic flow, obviously, but it's going to show you each of these individual parts. And so this one is going to update the contact. And if we go over to create contact, it's just going to use that same information. It will create a custom ID if it doesn't already exist. And this is just a super simple way for us to create new contacts, but to not duplicate our effort. So there you have it. In just a few minutes, we've been able to master the four most important elements in flows, which are screens for input, get records for research, decisions for logic, and the different data elements for action. So once you master these basics, you're able to automate almost anything, and the options for what you're able to build in the Flow Builder are almost endless. So hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to always check back for more information.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.